Hello, and welcome to this video on how to get started with Google Read and Write. There are many tutorials online that go more in depth or kind of focus a little bit more on individual tools, but this is my quickest and dirtiest route to get there. So if you are standing in front of the classroom and you want to show the students how to get into Google Read and Write, try this out yourself first, just to make sure that you have microphone connectivity and that everything is the way that you want it to look. If you want to show this to students, you can start it around the 45-second mark, and at that point, it's something that you could show them as a demo as well. So it's already showing on my tab, but I'll go how they can find it too. So this is how you start with showing Google Read and Write on your Google Docs as well as on the internet. It's going to look a little bit different depending on which one you are in. So I have a Google document up as well as I have a website up. So we're going to start in the Google document, and this little purple puzzle piece icon is Google Read and Write. So if you don't see that purple puzzle piece here, you can come over to your blank puzzle piece and click, and it shows you all of the extensions that you have access to. I recommend going ahead and clicking on the little push pin here so that Google Read and Write will always show up in your toolbar, because it's a useful tool and you're going to be using it. So once you've clicked on that, you can go ahead and click on it once and it will pop up. If it's your first time using Google Read and Write, it's going to ask you a few questions. It's going to ask if it can access your Google, if it can access your microphones, etc., etc. And that's okay. It needs those things to be able to operate, and we've checked on the security of it, so you should be good to go. So just let it go, let it have access to your accounts, and it will be there to help you. Now you see that for me, it popped up as this nice bar across the top of the screen. It also might show up for you as just a little tab right here, just a little copy of that puzzle piece with a tab here. So I'm going to click and expand, and you'll see that there are a lot of tools showing up here on the bar. This might look different for you. So the way that we make that look different is these three dots here, call those my thinking dots. If I click and come down to settings, my gear, and then on settings, I scroll down, I come down and go to features, I can decide what I want to show up there. So see, this one says check it, and it looks like this over here. If I click it off, it's disappeared. So I can click on and off whatever I want to show up. So just for a quick demonstration today, I'm just going to show you how to use where we do voice to text, where we talk to the computer and it writes down what we say. I find this really handy for brainstorming when I'm starting to write something. I also find it really great for when I am getting ready to write a report or write a longer essay. I just get all my thoughts out to start, and then I go back and edit. So I can turn on and off what I want. So I'm going to leave the microphone on. I'm going to leave my start, pause, and stop on. I'm going to turn off these highlighters. And the nice thing is that makes it a little less cluttered, so I don't have as many things to see up here. Now notice there's a couple things, simplify page, rewordify, practice reading out loud, that are on. Well, practice reading out loud is showing, but rewordify and simplify page aren't showing up. That's because these are tools that work on the internet, but they don't work within Google Docs. So you aren't going to see them on the bar when you're in Google Docs, but if I switch over to a website and turn on Read and Write, there they are. So once I've decided what I want, I can close this box. And for me, for some reason, it always likes to go, the little close button always likes to hide under my toolbar. So now that I have this up, I can click where I want to start and start getting my thoughts down onto paper. Notice that it's not giving me punctuation. It's not capitalizing aside from what it thinks might need to be capitalized, and it just goes on and on. So this is just how it will take my voice and put it straight into text. I click on the microphone to stop it, and then I can go back and I can edit many different ways. I can listen to it, I can read through it, and I can make whatever edits that I may see fit. So this was just the very basics of how to turn Read and Write on and how to go in and start changing over the toolbar. There's a lot that we can go into with this, but that is just how you get started with turning Read and Write on and starting the voice to text.